Hello there. Okay, this program, similar to last, is going to have 3 movements. We're still focusing on we're focusing on a rep range of 8 to 12 for the A and B movements. And the first movement, your A movement, is going to be a simple strength movement, and the second one's going to be complex. That's the one that should bring your heart rate up, and the heart rate gets challenged a little bit more as the program goes on. Then your C movement is going to be core, like we've been doing. So it's trisets. So you're going to set up those 3 movements so that you can move through them very quickly with only about 15 seconds rest in between each one, and then about 30 seconds rest between sets. Since the core movements will allow your heart rate to come down, you should be able to jump right back into your A movement. The tempo is going to be 202 on everything except where noted. And what else is important? You can use the TRX for the warm-up, but then it's out of the picture. You're pretty much using the stability ball, free weights, and a couple of bands. So you're going to grab an orange and a red band and some free weights and your mat. First thing you're going to do is go into your sumo squat, which is a front hold squat with a heavy dumbbell. You're going to do 1.5 reps. So it's going to look like this. Sumo squat is a wide stance. So your sumo squat is a nice wide stance. Focusing in on your inner thighs, you've got a bit of extra weight in the heels as opposed to the balls of your feet. Your dumbbell, which is quite heavy, is up front, and your torso is nice and tall. Your knees are going to point in the same direction as your toes. Slow on the way down, down, halfway up, all the way down, all the way up onto your toes. 1.5 reps. From the front. Then you've got a reverse lunge with a dumbbell row and curl. I'm going to use the same weight. So it's a reverse lunge. Your dumbbell's on the right side, you're going to lunge back with the right leg. This one should get your heart rate up if you're using a heavy enough weight. It's a lunge. Get nice and low. Torso is almost against your thigh. Row and curl, palm forward. Lunge it back, row. Really use this glute to pull everything together and curl. Row. This other hand is out here to counterbalance. Lunge and curl. Row and curl, right? Okay, so all of your reps on one side and then you'll switch. Then, down on your mat, you're going to set yourself up in a forearm plank. So your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders, and then you're going to flip onto your side. Everything's nicely lined up. Shoulders, hips, ankles stacked. Come up into your side plank. Hands on your hip, and rotate to your side. Bringing your arm up makes it a little bit more challenging. Make sure those hips stay nice and high. So that's your first 3 movements. Stability ball, 1 dumbbell. It's going to be a chest press on the stability ball. Just 1 dumbbell makes it more of a challenge to keep your hips squared off. I'll show you from front. Sit down in the ball. Dumbbell in hand, roll it out. Shoulder blades on the ball. Your feet are wide enough, you should be able to keep everything squared off quite easily. With your feet a little closer together, and it becomes more challenging. So from the side, head supported by too much of your body on the ball, just the shoulder blades and the head. Other arm can be up here to counterbalance, off to the side. Make sure you're squeezing those glutes up to, down to tempo. All of your reps on one side, then switch. And then double dumbbell. Set up a regular hip width squat. Can be a close squat, so your feet are just a couple inches apart. Make sure that your knees aren't buckling in on this, that you're keeping enough weight distributed on the outside of the feet, right? Close grip or neutral grip, curl press. So your palms stay facing in. Squat, curl, press. Squat, curl, press. So from the side, a little further away. Back to your core, stability ball. Forearm plank. You're not going to use the assistance of the wall or anything of that nature. You're just going to kneel in front of the ball. The shoulders dropped. On the exhale, you'll launch your toes. And push the ball away, keeping the shoulders dropped. Neck in line with the spine, so you're not looking up and you're not tucked either. Make sure those hips stay in line, you're not dropping your hips or lifting your butt up. Last, working with bands, 2 movements. A pull down and a pull apart. I'm going to have you in a kneeling stance, a half kneeling stance, which prevents you from using your legs at all in movement. So you have to keep your core engaged. So you have the mat underneath your knee. Probably for the pull down, you can use red, maybe orange for the pull apart. Arms extended, hands extended overhead. I'm going to bring the band behind, out on the band to start. Elbows go wide and draw towards the back of the room, down 2, up 2. See how quiet my torso stays, my hips are tucked underneath me, not sticking my butt out, and I'm not moving that either. Down 2, up 2. Right? And you're going to transition right into orange band, switch legs. This time your hands shoulder width. Shoulder height, sorry. Hands are shoulder height with your thumbs up. So place the band in your hands, wrap your fingers around it, and then bring your thumbs up. You'll pay attention to the band to start. Extend those arms nice and long. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. movements were had a stabilization challenge to them, the side plank going side to side, and then the forearm plank rolling the ball. This one, your body is, in contact with the ground, no shoulders are involved, so really just focus on your abs on this one. Like you up in tabletop. Elbows nice and wide as one leg lowers across the body. Back to neutral. Other side. Shoulder blades don't come all the way down, right? So it's like the mid back is in contact with the mat, abs are engaged, and you're rotating side to side.